The Laws of Ascension, Chapter 39, Wyvern. Did your egg hatch? Lorik asks while sitting down on the other couch. Upon hearing his voice, the baby wyvern lifts its head and looks at him. It only looks for a moment before going back to eating. He sits on the couch next to Vera as she speaks. Yep, he hatched when I was eating lunch with Sarah. I went to the castle to meet her. When the egg came out, it destroyed the cute little tray tower that had the sandwiches on it. Vera says, causing Lorik to chuckle. He must have a knack for destroying things. Probably because he was influenced by your law. Lorik says jokingly, causing Vera to glare at him. The wyvern finishes eating and walks over to Vera. He jumps off the table and lands on her lap before curling up. Anyway, what's his name? Emberfang. I was thinking of Scalix, though, just because it's the name of a dragon I read about in a book before. But when he hatched, he was blowing flames out of his mouth, so I decided to change it to Emberfang at the last minute. Vera replies, I wonder what law he'll use. Do you think a flame law will pair well with yours? Maybe. Even if it doesn't, fire laws have a wide range of attacks and are powerful, so it should be fine. Vera says, causing Lorik to chuckle. Anyway, how was your day? I heard from Master that Rowan achieved enlightenment. He did. I hope he's awake tomorrow before Master sends me away. I want to see how the enlightenment changed him. Lorik says, surprising her. What do you mean Master's sending you away? Where are you going? She asks quickly. She's sending me to the Evergreen Forest for a month. The headmaster told me, as Master was staying with Rowan at the time, but I assume it's for training. Even if it's not, I'm looking forward to it. Lorik replies before an alarm rings on Vera's communications bracelet. It's silent, only lighting up to signify it going off. Vera taps it before petting Emberfang. He turns into red mist and enters her soul. I thought you had to wait for him to grow a bit before letting him enter your soul. Not if I feed him outside first. He'll only consume my soul power if he's hungry. But it's time for the festival to begin. Do you want to join me? Vera asks while standing up. Sure, where are we going? I doubt we're invited to the nobles' party. Lorik replies, half-jokingly, No, we're not. But I wanted to walk around the stalls. From what Sarah told me, merchants come from other countries for the festival. They'll sell most of their stock on the last day. Some will even offer discounts just to get rid of it before returning. So I wanted to go see what they're selling. Vera replies, All right, let me run by the trading hall first. I spent my money on food for the next month. Lorik says before they leave their dorms. Vera locks up as Lorik runs to the trading hall. They agreed to meet at the academy gates. Lorik enters the trading hall and stops in front of the counters. He sells a few alchemy ingredients he had gathered before, along with one of the low-level healing potions he made for 500 gold. He then runs to the academy gates to meet up with Vera. They leave through the gates and walk toward the festival. The festival is taking place on the street leading to the castle's entrance. Merchant stalls are set up along the sides of the road. A large crowd has gathered along the road, leading all the way to the castle. Lorik and Vera make their way through it, looking at the various stalls. As Vera said, many of the goods sold come from across the kingdoms. The first thing they buy is a bundle of spices from another kingdom. They each get one, as the merchant is selling them half off. They continue browsing for the next few hours. Vera buys a number of outfits from other kingdoms. As she grew up on a nearby island, she's not familiar with the kingdom's clothing, but she likes the outfits from Velmoria, so she buys them up. Lorik buys a few plants for alchemy and books, but not much else. Should we stay for the festival itself? Vera asks after they finished browsing all the stalls. You can, it's not my cup of tea. Lorik replies, causing her to sigh. Are you sure? I'd love to see it with you. Vera says. Lorik looks at her before sighing. All right, let's go find a spot. It should be starting soon. Lorik says, causing her to smile. They walk through the crowd while looking for a place to stand. The festival will end with a parade. It starts at the castle and goes all the way out of the capital. It turns around before coming back through the capital along a different path toward the castle. The king and many of the nobility make an appearance during the parade, so many citizens come to watch. Vera finds a place and reaches her hand out. A pair of folding chairs appear from her ring. She sets them up side by side before sitting on one. Lorik sits next to her before looking over at her. They're sitting on the edge of the curb, but people are still coming and going from the stalls in the middle of the road. What's going on with me? I always dreaded the thought of this stupid festival. I've known her for weeks, so why did I give in so easily? There were also those Crimson Dawn guys. I got really pissed at them for no real reason. I mean, sure they tried to rob me, but that's happened so much I'm used to it. Lorik thinks to himself before Vera starts talking. What are you thinking about so intently? She asks. Nothing much. I was just wondering if the parade has changed at all. Lorik replies. Have you seen it before? She asks excitedly. I have, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Lorik replies before a bell rings. It rings 3 times, signaling that the parade will begin soon. The crowd starts leaving the streets, crowding on the sidewalks. Vera smiles when the bell rings and faces the street leading to the castle. Lorik laughs softly while smiling upon seeing her excited expression. So that's it. I've grown to like these guys. Almost makes me feel bad for hiding my past from them, although Master is getting suspicious. Torvin may have gone over my records and scrubbed it clean, but I doubt he was thorough enough to prevent the king's men from finding the dirt on me. I guess I'll have to come clean to her once I get back. I imagine she'll need time to decide what to do. Hopefully, I won't get locked up. I mean, there are thousands of people in the black market, though only a handful works for Torvin. Maybe I'll leave that part out for now. Lorik thinks before sighing. Guess we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. He says quietly, causing Vyra to turn to him. Did you say something? She asks, concerned. Nothing important. I was just thinking out loud. Lorik replies before smiling and pointing down the road. Looks like it's starting, he says. Vyra turns to look and sees the parade coming. It's led by the royal knights, wearing their signature armor. It's a mix of metal and chainmail. Their chest plates are painted with a symbol of a shield protecting a crown. Behind the knights is a parade float pulled by 4 horses. There are flowers and grass on it with a table in the center. Sarah and King Eldrin are seated at the table. The king waves to the crowd as they pass. Following the king are more floats pulled by horses. Each one has someone on it waving to the crowd. They're all molded after the person riding it. The nobles all decorated their floats after the land they owned. A few even modeled them after their territory's largest export. One who owns land along the ocean made their float a giant fish. That reminds me of the stuffed fish we had, Vera says as the fish float passes by. Those were really good. She adds, causing Lorik to chuckle. Next time, we can try adding some of the spices we got today, Lorik says, causing her to turn to him. That reminds me, don't eat anything with them until you get back. I want to see your reaction when you try them. In return, I won't try them yet either. Vera says, all right, it's not like I'll have a kitchen to prepare food with while I'm in the woods. Lorik replies. The floats disappear from view 2 hours later. After the nobles had passed, the big and popular guilds all had floats in the back. After the floats are gone, people start leaving. The sun's about to go down, so the merchants don't bother setting up their stalls again. Vera and Lorik return to the dorms as the sun sets. They eat a quick dinner before calling it a night. The next morning, they both wake up to Cyrilda calling them on their bracelets. She says she's prepared breakfast and to get their butts to the castle. She called you too? Vera asks as they bump into each other in the hall. Yeah. Do you need to do anything first? Lorik asks, causing her to shake her head no. They leave their dorms before walking to the castle. Once they get to the castle, Lorik leaves her to go to the bathroom. Vera enters their regular meeting room alone. Where's Lorik? Cyrilda asks as Vera walks in. He had to go to the bathroom, Vera replies while taking a seat. There are 5 plates on the table, 3 of which are empty. How was enlightenment? Vera asks while looking at Rowan. Sarah's sitting next to him and smiles when she hears her ask. It was good. I feel pretty tired right now, though, but it was worth it. I'm now a 5th-tier lesser mage and my fire and earth laws fused. They've turned into the magma law I wanted. Rowan replies. I can't believe you jumped 3 levels like that, Vera replies, causing him to laugh. Well, I owe it to Lorik. It's like, man, had he not pointed it out, I wouldn't have made that breakthrough that let me achieve enlightenment. Rowan says. Speaking of, where is he? How long does it take to use the restroom? Cyrilda says before standing up. I'm going to go find him, she says. Vera, Rowan, and Sarah follow her out. Cyrilda leads the way through the halls before stopping. In front of her, Lorik is playing with Elowin in the center of the hall. There's a chest of gold between them. What? Where did they get that much gold? Sarah asks as Vera laughs softly. It's fake gold. He bought it yesterday from a merchant's stall. I was wondering why he bought it. Vera says before a guard walks up to Lorik and Elowin from the other end of the hall.